So as Wall Street increases its prominence in the Sunshine State, it's going to need a new crop of financially savvy and educated employees. BNY, formerly known as Bank of New York Mellon, is launching a partnership with the University of Central Florida for a co-located educational innovation hub at UCF's main campus. This $5 million five-year deal will include an 8,400 square foot next-generation cybersecurity technology and operations center lab, where students will be taught by BNY executives to better prepare to join the next wave of the financial workforce. BNY is the world's largest bank custodian, which serves more than 90% of the Fortune 100 companies, nearly all top 100 global banks, and has $57.8 trillion in assets under custody. The stock has gained nearly 44% over the last year. Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive, BNY CEO Robin Vince. Robin, talk to me about this partnership with UCF. What will students learn about in this brand new C-Talk lab, and what will BNY gain from this?
Well, Liz, it's great to be with you. I'm actually speaking to you from our brand new campus here just outside Orlando, where we recently unveiled a new 300,000 square foot investment for our 2,500 employees that we've got here. It's our third largest facility in the United States. And to the prior segment, we view Florida as a great place to do business, and we're proud to be expanding our presence here. And as you just said, one of the things that we're doing as part of that expansion is we are always on the hunt for talent. And so we've unveiled this new collaboration with the University of Central Florida. It's the largest public university in Florida, third largest in the nation, and they are beautifully positioned between the Space Coast and all of the investments that attracted from the space industry and the entertainment industry. And in our business, we need the best engineers, the students who are going to come into our company, bring all of that DNA on how to be able to delight our customers and engineer the best solutions. And so I was just with President Cartwright and the faculty of UCF unveiling that great new space. And as you said, it's our people who are the faculty for that course. You get accredited credits at the University of Central Florida for the course. We've unveiled this great space, and it's a deep collaboration and partnership between one of the state's great research universities and us, one of the world's leading financial services firms.
What jobs are we talking about? I know that banks are really heavy in cybersecurity and now, of course, AI. I just came from the Money 2020 conference in Las Vegas, where everything, specifically the panel that I moderated for the company SoundHound, was about audio AI for banks, agentics that are actually helping banks, and I would imagine the back rooms of banks do what they need to do. And that's your bailiwick, is it not, Robin?
Well, I was there at Money 2020 as well, and it was a terrific opportunity for us to be able to connect with clients and to tell these stories, because what you're describing is ultimately what we're all about. Innovation. And so it can be digital assets, and what we're seeing from the administration and what we're seeing from the SEC really unlocking the power of a company like ours to be able to be a leader in digital assets. We want the US to lead on digital assets. So with that wind at our back, and then the investment in AI to bring superpowers for our people to be able to move faster, deliver more, we view those as very, very exciting innovations. And look, we're America's oldest bank. We've been around since the days of our founder, Alexander Hamilton. And in order to be able to keep being relevant in each cycle of the world, you've got to be a big innovator. You've got to be an investor in new talent, like we're doing at the University of Central Florida, investor in new technologies, like we're doing with AI and digital assets. And it's very important as we look to serve our clients in new and better ways.
Robin, does this mean you guys are considering moving to Florida? I mean, your headquarters is in Tribeca. And of course, Alexander Hamilton, a New Yorker. So Florida specifically, is that because the workforce might prefer to live there, or is it something that you're considering as well?
Well, Liz, at the end of the day, we are the Bank of New York, and so we have deep roots in the city, and we're proud to be in the city, and we're proud to be a New Yorker. And it's a place, by the way, which is very vibrant, where there's a lot of talent that comes into New York. But as a global company, and it's true wherever in the world we might operate, we are talent seekers. We want to go be where the talent is. We want to attract talent to come work for us, and Florida is a great place to do business, and it is a very pro-business state, and it is a place where this public-private partnership, where there's a recognition in the education system that they really want to collaborate with business to make sure that they're generating the right talent who can actually then be deployed effectively by businesses. That's one of the reasons why we're innovating with this course that we've developed, so that we can have more job-ready candidates coming out of schools. And I think that's a very important lesson for us all to take away. We're in the talent business, and whichever states, whichever countries can provide us those conditions and those talents to be able to deploy into our company, we want to be there partnering with them.
Can't let a banker go without asking about the Federal Reserve, which just cut interest rates by another 1/4 point. That, in some cases, puts net income under pressure. And, if the future markets are seeing, let's call it 69, 70% odds of another rate cut in December coming up, how do you see that impacting your balance sheet? You do so much business with banks.
Well, our net interest margin, which is really what you're talking about, the income that we get as a result of our work on interest rates, is something that we've invested a lot in over the course of the past 3 years, creating more stability of NII, and we think that that's important. But our big story as a company, as we've been growing and really reimagining ourselves as a firm, has actually been our fee story. The work that we're doing to be able to generate fees on a constant and recurring basis from our clients by serving them better with new different products. And so we are focused on NII, we're focused on interest rates, but we're really focusing on bringing the full breadth of our platforms to serve our customers. And that's the thing that's really changed at our company over the course of the past few years, that we're delivering one BNY to our clients.
Well, let's talk about other clients. Middle East. The Middle East has become such a focal point, Robin, of doing business. And I know that you obtained a regional headquarters license by the Ministry of Investments in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman expected to visit President Trump on November 18th. How important is the Middle East, specifically Saudi Arabia, to your future business?
It's very important. I think the Middle East has been a story over the course of the past 20 years, but really accelerating in the past 5 years and the past couple of years even, as a place which is not only an exporter of capital, which it has been for quite a long time with all of the wealth that they've generated from their own natural resources, but now also as an importer of capital, as they're looking to be able to capitalize on some of their own assets, to be able to push forward with AI and to be able to actually invest more in the infrastructure for the people of the country. And so as that pivot has occurred, it brings more opportunity for companies like ours, because we are in the traditional businesses of providing financial rails and infrastructure to our clients, but we're also in the business of unlocking capital markets. And so our regional headquarters license in Saudi Arabia was an important step. That was an announcement we made earlier in the year as we've really looked to try to serve our global clients in the region, but also serving the local Saudi Arabia clients as they want to access more capital from around the world. So you tick across our platforms, it's custody, it's payments, it's our corporate trustee and asset servicing capabilities, it's our investment management, our wealth business. We have all of these different businesses, and we're really excited to be able to deliver more of that to more of our clients in the Middle East.
Well, it's working. Your stock is up 44% over the last year. Robin, we'll be watching Florida and, of course, BNY. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Liz.